Prosecutor Joe Moreno. Joe, I wanted to start with you. What is it that the Democrats are going to want to talk to Bill Barr? Is it going to be this issue, this alarm that we're now seeing over the sentencing for Roger Stone, or is it going to be other things that they've wanted to talk to him about in the past? The Mueller report, what is going to be their priority?
Hi, Michelle. Well, I do expect there will be a number of topics because, as you pointed out, the Attorney General has so far declined to testify before the House Judiciary Committee. But most likely, top of their minds will be what happened this week with respect to Roger Stone. And the number one question is, did the Justice Department succumb to political pressure from the White House with respect to a case of a person the president was involved with deeply and personally? That's the issue, right? It's not illegal. It's not even most likely impeachable. But at the same time, it looks terrible. It looks like we have a Justice Department that does not have that arm's length relationship between it and the White House that we want so badly, and that the Attorney General testified to at his confirmation hearing, because we don't want the Justice Department to be used either, one, to do favors for the White House in terms of going easy on friends to the president, and two, we don't want it to being used for offensive purposes, right, against enemies of a president. And so that's the reason why that relationship is so important, and it has been shaken, no doubt, this week.
And it's really felt that in the country, Joe. I was reading today in the New York Times, this is just a quote from the New York Times, prosecutors across the United States who spoke on the condition of anonymity to avoid reprisals said this week that they'd already been wary of working on any case that might catch Mr. Trump's attention, and that the Stone episode only deepened their concern.
Sure, Christian. Well, prosecutors traditionally do enjoy a fair amount of latitude when you walk in front of a court before a federal judge. Now, you always have to wonder, in a sensitive, politically charged case like this one, who else is watching, right? Especially if there are individuals that might be connected to this White House or any White House, any administration for that matter. That being said, you expect as a prosecutor that your supervisors, your U.S. attorney, your attorney general, basically your chain of command, will have your back. And that if there is political pressure from either the White House or other elements of the executive branch, or anywhere for that matter, they will have your back in terms of saying, look, the line prosecutors are career professionals. They know the case best in terms of the facts and the law, and in this case, the sentence, and we should defer to them almost all the time when it comes to how the case should be handled.
Joe, good to hear from you. Thank you for some of that context.